Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. All right, let's see what the Atlanta Hawks have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly. Perform.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's Wallace in at the point guard position. Jared Allen out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's G in at the point. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
Pass to Castle. Now here's Giddey. Fires the three. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Atlanta with it. Wallace outside. Here's Alexander Walker on target from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's G. Rejected by Okongwu. Now Wallace. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Daniels. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. And here's Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
You know, I don't care how close you are to the cup. If Wemby is lurking, you got to do something else.
We played just over a minute here in the first.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And that one's good. Giddey.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Johnson against Allen. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the 4, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
Here's Wembanyama. The rebound by Atlanta. Coming into this, having notched to win against the Lakers in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game, his innate ability to set others up.
For Atlanta, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Guys, Trae Young's contract in Atlanta was coming to an end, and both sides could not reach an agreement on a long-term contract extension. So trade talks ensued, and Trae Young finds himself in a new destination that now makes him the lead franchise guard in a new home.
A new day. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. Here's G. Watched by Wallace. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2.
The first one falls. It's both from the stripe.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Daniels. Back to Johnson. From deep. Gets the 3 to fall. Johnson's got 5 points.
Yeah, Johnson will take advantage of a look from 3 every time.
G passes to Wembanyama. Rejected by a Kongwu. To the middle. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's G. He had 25 points in the win against Portland.
And he gave them headaches with his defense. Constant activity at that end with 4 steals to show for it.
And Wembanyama throws it down hard.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam, sponsored by AT&T. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Johnson. 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Okongwu. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Gone 3 of 8 so far. Good D by Wallace. Atlanta leading by 4. On the wing, Daniels. Giddey defends. Pass to Alexander Walker. There's the screen by Johnson. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. Gone 0 for 2 from outside. Lets it go from 14. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
From 9 feet. Nice shot by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
For 3. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. G. The rebound by the Hawks.
They would love to face this team more often. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on the team and you're looking to pile up wins, you like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Here's Giddey. Allen outside. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Rebounded by Daniels. Atlanta leading by 6. Now here's Alexander Walker. He played a great game against the Lakers. Launches it. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And really, Johnson is an elite rebounder, so you have to be aware where he is and get a body on him.
The home team calls timeout. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Atlanta in 5th.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
Johnson's gone 4 of 5 from the floor. Just the 1 miss. Outside Sharp. Wallace pulls it in.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now here's Oubre over Daniels. And there's Oubre. That one's good on the assist from Sharp.
Oubre not taking no for an answer there was not going to be denied. Right through the defender.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's Daniels. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Assisted by
Woo!
Nikhil.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Coach would love to see Wemby clean the offensive glass like that every time.
The Hawks lead by 8. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Atlanta making some changes here. Rivalry comes in for Daniels, and Kispert is subbed in for Wallace. Here's a Kongwu. Give him 8. Outside Johnson. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Kispert outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Rivalry. The rebound by Allen. Gone 0 for 3 from downtown. G passes to Allen. Here's Oubre. Rivalry covering. Back to Allen. And he comes up with a bucket.
A good touch inside. I mean, Allen does have a nice-looking shot, but he's really at home near the hoop.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Defense is right there. And it's blocked. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air just the right time. Terrific denial.
Your home team, Alexander Stefan Castle.
On the wing, Rivalry. He's covered by Oubre. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle.
Second in assist, and they made their way into the top 5 in team offense also. They ran a perfect system for the talent they had in place.
And you look at their assist, top 5 in the league, specifically because of how committed they were to moving the ball and making sure they got great looks. Clark is checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Atlanta also making some changes. Bradley, he's checked in for Okongwu. Gay comes in for Johnson. And Vincent is subbed in for Alexander Walker.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They started this one on a mission to own their offensive rebounds, outworking the defense to win back the ball and get second chance shots.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
The Hawks lead by 10. Rivalry with the ball. And he also played really well in the win against the Lakers. Kispert's shot is good.
It's impossible to win when you give up second and third chances to score.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there. He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Vincent can't hit. Gone 0 for 3 from downtown to win the run. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You love the frame and the length Castle brings to the guard position.
These are his first free throws of the game. That one misses. They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
Three-pointer Kispert. Clark grabs the board. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. With the floater, and that's good. His first bucket of the game. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter here. To the inside, Gay. The layup misses.
As he often does, he gets to the rim, but that's just stellar defense.
And the shot goes down.
I think he's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. It could actually be a blow-by every single time.
Fires from way outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Jalen Johnson. He's been the guy making things happen for Atlanta. Dominating on the glass. What a quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Atlanta leading by 9. And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. Corey Kispert out there with Gabe Vincent. Then it's Zachary Rivalry. Then it's Tony Bradley. And it's Gay in at the 4-man position. Kispert's shot is good. Kispert's got 5.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Right side Oubre. The rebound by the Hawks.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And here's Vincent. To the paint. Here's Gay. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the basket by Castle.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Now Vincent. And he lobs it up. It's stolen by Oubre. And here they come. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
That's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
Bradley sets a screen. Here's Rivalry. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And that one's good. Sharp's gotten his second bucket on the night. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point. But it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter. But, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Giddey's checked in for Oubre. Atlanta also making some changes. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for Bradley. Daniels comes in for Rivalry. And it's Wallace in for Vincent. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's the pick. Pass to Kispert. Launches a three. Drops in the three. Kispert's got 8.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Giddey. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Here's Castle. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Castle's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And it's Stephon Castle with a foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers. I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Big man coming through. I love seeing Sarr punch it home like this. Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Here's Sharp. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Dyson Daniels.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
The Hawks making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. The Hawks lead by 6. Outside Johnson. Daniels outside. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Off the mark there with a 3. Got 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. And that one's good. Giddey.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
Atlanta has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Johnson. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Brandon Clark. Wembanyama's checked in for Clark. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
After averaging just about 3 points per game as a rookie, Jalen Johnson has put so much work into his game and has become a very good NBA player.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Kispert's shot is good.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Pass to Wembanyama. And foul called on Dyson Daniels. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Already his second foul, just something to keep in mind.
Coming onto the floor for your home team,
G passes to Sar. Here's G. Shot clock at 5. All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. The Hawks in second.
Boy, they had so many guys with quick feet and quick hands on that team. I mean, they put relentless pressure on the opponent. And as a result, they came up with an awful lot of steals. I mean, this team has been very impressive defensively.
They've been flawless at the line this quarter. They need to stay aggressive and keep drawing fouls. That'll help them chip away at the lead.
Kispert outside. Outside Johnson. Let's go with a 3. Sar pulls it in.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's G. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. 6 points for G.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
And that one's good. Giddy.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Daniels. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now.
They are winning despite his efforts. He's been off all night.
Castle finds Wembanyama. Oh, too much length from Wemby.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Kispert outside. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Shooting about 56% in this one. Pass to Sar. It's Giddy on the wing. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Sharp, he's checked in for Castle. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Kispert. And Atlanta with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Daniels outside. Back to Wallace. Uses the glass on the layup. Wallace has got his first basket. Here's G. 6 points for him. And he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Wallace. Here's Daniels. From outside, off the mark.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Sharp with it, covered by Alexander Walker. They get it again. Wembanyama puts it up and through.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
There's the screen by Johnson. Here's Wallace. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Here's Sharp. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Here's G. Give him 8 points now. And a Kongwu with the block. Daniels left side. The 3 is up. And it's Giddy with the rebound. Giddy's got 4 rebounds now.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
The home team calls timeout. There's 1:17 left to play in the half. Allen outside. Here's G, blocked by Wallace. G, no good.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
And the ball goes out of bounds, turned over.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Giddey passes to G. Outside Giddey. Allen against Johnson. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, not enough to slow down Wembanyama.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Here's Wallace. It's stolen by Wembanyama. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Allen. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Here's Alexander Walker. And there it is for him. Alexander Walker's got 5 now.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Here's Giddey. Can't hit it from 12 feet. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Atlanta on top. They lead by 3. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder. And, Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us. And first off, let's take a look at the players of the week. For the Western Conference, Jamal Murray.
Congrats on Murray. Great individual who's all about team success. He just wants rings. That's it.
I think you and I felt the same, big fella.
I got a ring around the collar. Does that count?
Don't worry. They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who were brought up playing the game this way.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Johnson.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Atlanta leading by 3. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Stephon Castle is out there with Jared Allen. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's G in at the 1. Okongwu, a screen on Giddey. Here's Alexander Walker, and it's off from three-point range. Shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. And for the Hawks, Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's Wallace in at the point. Now here's Wallace. On the wing, Daniels. Wallace outside. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Back to Wallace. It's stolen by Wembanyama. In transition, here they come. Puts it up from 12. Misses off the right iron. And for Atlanta, they're shooting just 42% so far in the game. Here's the teardrop from deep. Johnson. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Jared Allen on top.
And last year, he led the league in field goal percentage, allowing the game to come naturally and taking whatever opposing teams gave to him.
The Hawks lead by 3. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Okongwu, the pass to Wallace. Oh, he picked him clean. Here's the break. Here's G. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Ice cold coming out of the half. That's 0 for 3.
Back to Daniels. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now here's Allen for the tie. G, no good.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
Daniels passes to Wallace. Back to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot, and it's Stephon Castle with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target from three-point range. Gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Daniels against Giddey. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Johnson a screen on Giddey. That one rolls around and rims out.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time some.
Nice D from Alexander Walker. The Hawks leading. Wallace outside. Daniels with it. Castle covering. Okongwu, a screen on Giddy. Down low. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
An elite shot blocker. Wembanyama covers so much ground.
For the lead. Allen can't get it to go. Atlanta's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. To the wing, right side. Okongwu has the open look. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Okongwu's got 10 points in the game.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Here's G. And a nice finish on the layup.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Hawks shooting 40% so far in this one. Outside Johnson. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 17.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Johnson. 17 points in the game. Okongwu. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
G passes to Giddy. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Now here's Daniels. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Wembanyama down low. Guarded by Okongwu. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Outside, Alexander Walker. There's a screen by Johnson. Alexander Walker with the bucket. And now a 9-point Hawks lead.
After 1-3 in the first half, there's his second right there.
The home team calls timeout. Oubre, he's checked in for Giddy. Gay's checked in for Atlanta. They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't. This is when they really need to be patient and get a clean look. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Oubre with it. Now guarded by Daniels. And that one hits the back iron.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Now here's Wallace. 5 points in the game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Gay. Allen defending. 6 on the shot clock. Gay's shot is good. Gay's got 6.
Get the ball in close. Get your points that way. That's doing good business.
Castle finds Oubre. Back to Castle. Now Wembanyama. The floater. Oubre. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Atlanta. Daniels outside. Pass to Wallace. Here's Gay. Now here's Okongwu. He's got 12. Alexander Walker banked it in off the glass. And now a 12-point Atlanta lead.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Drives to the hoop. Fades away. That one a little long.
Against length, he tries the fadeaway. It's just a low probability shot.
Pass to Wallace. Here's Gay. Wallace outside. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
Here's G. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Can't get anything to go this period. Seems like he's hit a wall.
Inside. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And given the height advantage, it's no surprise he was able to score.
Here's Castle. They still need this. And Allen lays it in. Allen's got his third basket on the night right there.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jalen Johnson, he's checked in for Okongwu. Risache comes in for Daniels. Kispert's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Vincent is subbed in for Wallace. 1:27 left in the third quarter. The Hawks lead by 12. Kispert with the ball. 13 points in the game. The three is up. Sarr pulls it in.
Dismissed the defender right there, but couldn't take advantage.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And the Hawks shooting 41% since halftime. Pass to Risache. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul, third team foul.
And here's Vincent. Three-pointer. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Castle. He's covered by Vincent. Castle misses.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
The three from Risache. Clark grabs the board. Clark's got 4 rebounds now. Out to the right wing. To the paint. Oh, they pick off the pass. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Moving it up. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Shaden Sharp, Alexander Sarr out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. Atlanta leading by 14. Kispert outside Risache. Here's Vincent. And a miss there on the triple.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Sarr passes to Wembanyama. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Yeah, and this is the kind of impact Wemby makes offensively because he can score in just so many ways.
Vincent outside. Jacks up a 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Still searching for his first bucket. You wonder how far ahead they'd be if he was playing anywhere near his full potential. And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Now Risache to the inside. Gay. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here's Rivalry. With the drive, pass to Johnson. Fires for three. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
The Hawks lead by 10. Now here's Rivalry. Back to Vincent. Beyond the arc. Here's Gay, covered by Wembanyama. Crafty move, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
Here's Giddey. Yes, and it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Wembanyama's got his 3rd assist of the night. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Vincent passes to Kispert. Here's Gay, uncovered. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight. Giddey finds Sharp. Out to Oubre. Back to Wembanyama. Second chance shot. Oh, wow. How do you even box this guy out?
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets has been exactly of that variety.
Gay misses. Gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this 4th. Here's Giddey. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Rivalry. From outside the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the left side wing. Here's Wembanyama. Sweet little floater. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead.
With how big and powerful Wembanyama is, showing how delicate he can be with that teardrop.
Now here's Vincent. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Hawks lead by 6.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Gay. Dyson Daniels comes in for Rivalry. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Kispert. And it's Wallace in for Vincent. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He said to his players, "I believe in you. I know what we have." It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
With the step back. Outside Johnson. This one for 3. Kept alive by Atlanta. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
Pass to Allen. It's stolen by Daniels. And here's Wallace. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Now Alexander Walker. 5 on the clock. From the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And here's Oubre from the arc. The rebound by the Hawks. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. And it's Stephon Castle with a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Wallace outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Fires the three. Sinks the tray. And it's a 12-point Hawks lead.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Wallace misses. Shooting around 44%. Not bad. And here's Oubre from the arc. The rebound by the Hawks. Alexander Walker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Daniels. Three-pointer, no good.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Oubre with those long strides covers up ground quickly.
The Hawks lead by 10. Wallace outside. Johnson for 3. Oubre with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Now Wembanyama. Bucket! Straight in!
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
The home team calls timeout.
At the line for 1, Victor Wembanyama. Timeout home team.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Oubre.
Josh Giddey.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal. Oh, man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Here's Castle. Shoots. No good. Now here's Daniels. Tight defense on him. Outside, Alexander Walker. From downtown. Oh, it's off. Here's G. From deep. Wembanyama using the glass to lay it in.
And he'll spend some time on the perimeter, but at his core, Wembanyama is best inside.
Okongwu. It's off.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
When his team needs him, Giddey steps up. And you love to see a guy with that kind of fire.
Here we go. Gets it to go.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Ooh, the shot misses. Castle attacking. Nice. That one's good.
Yeah, this kid, Castle, loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
Alexander Walker with it. Giddey defends. Steps back. Here's Okongwu. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Now Giddey. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Late game pressure, no problem. Not a factor in Giddey's concentration.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Outside, Alexander Walker. 54 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Now Wembanyama. Wembanyama hammers it down.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. The three is off.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Oh, the stuff!
When you need one bad, go to a high-percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy. And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
That's the way to go.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Wallace outside. Count it!
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And he commits the intentional foul. He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better there. Only a 3 can tie it now. And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
That should about seal the deal, showing the killer instinct.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And B.A., they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.